orgasms you...
Alright guys, today's the fucking day. What up guys, Brent here at KFG Quick Kush, and I'm back with a very interesting motherfucking story. A story I don't really want to talk about because I kind of fucked myself in this situation. It's one of those stories, one of the first fucking times as well that I could have gone to jail. I could have fucking got myself arrested for doing this dumbass play I wasn't even thinking, and we'll get to that. But I hope you all enjoy the last two videos so far, because it's going to be the last video for this saga, part 3, and the finale of this motherfucking first saga. And the next saga, I gotta tell you guys, is a really good motherfucking saga. It's kind of small, but not that small. What's interesting about it is that it's kind of a current saga. The first two story times I'm going to be explaining in the next video is literally like a few months ago. Like not even like half a year ago, so it's a very kind of current, like, you know, situational saga that I've been wanting to tell out. But I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm high as a motherfucker right now. I just took a fat dab because I literally need to get straight up into this. One of the first times I ever fucked up my life. Well, in school, that is. Anyway, let's fucking get right into this shit. So I'm pretty sure it was like, I would say the story took place about a year and a half later after that whole Snapchat raid incident, right before the pandemic, basically, pretty much, right before my freshman year. And it was like around the last month, around the last 2 weeks, I would say, not last 2 weeks, sorry, around the first 2 weeks, I would say, between the 10th or the 15th of May. I can't remember the exact day. All I know is that it was Friday, and I was very mad on this day. Like, I remember that week I was so mad because a week or two prior, we had a riot about the assistant principal, which is the same principal that's in the story time, so keep in mind there. The assistant principal was a fat bitch. No one liked her. We had a fucking riot. We all hated her. We all wanted her to quit or get fired, get fuck off, and pretty much die, turn to ash, your time's up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all had fucking, what's the right word I'm looking for? Strong motherfucking reasons why we hated her and we wanted her gone. And I'm pretty sure that riot ended up on the news. I have no idea if it did or not. Didn't really look, didn't really care. And not only that, but a week after that, I got punched in the face on the same side. I had an ear infection on. The punch didn't hurt. What hurt it was the fucking ear infection. That shit hurt like a bitch. I was so mad because he hit me from behind, and that got me more pissed. So overall, I was a very pissed off motherfucker that week. Like, I was so mad. And I remember it was like around the last week or two before we had summer break, and I was so happy. Like, part of me was a little happy because, like, I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of here, go to new school, start my high school, get 4 years, last 4 final years over, get the fuck out of this motherfucker bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like most of y'all feel, I'm pretty sure you feel that way nowadays, considering the fact that everything you do in that school wrong, it could get you arrested because what's going on nowadays, all the shootings and bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope you get through it there. I hope you get good, and I hope you get the fuck out of there too, because it wasn't as bad as it is now when I was in school. I'll tell you what, it was just as bad because we had a lot of crazy ass situations going, and yeah, I just hope y'all get out of there too. But anyway, let's get into the motherfuckers. So it all started out between the 10th and 15th. It was a Friday. I woke up pissed. Got ready pissed, ate my fucking oatmeal pissed, got on the school bus pissed, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even say hi to my homies. I didn't even acknowledge them. I forgot I didn't even know they were even there. Like, I was so mad that part of me just wanted to beat the shit, living shit out of anyone I saw, but I just kind of kept myself restrained. And yeah, I got on the school bus. I remember some of my homies were asking me what was up, like, you good? And I didn't even answer them. Like, I was so silent because normally I'm quiet, but I was like silent. Like, I didn't even say a word. And I remember, like, the first 3 periods of my school day was good, and then we got to lunch. Now, here's the fucking part where things got really fucked up and interesting at the same time. I remember it was lunchtime. After our 3rd period, we go to lunch. My homie asked me what was up. I finally answered. I was like, yo, I'm good. I just been pretty pissed off lately because of all the bullshit that went on. I'm pretty sure you already know. I got punched in the face right in the same spot where I had an ear infection on, which lasted for 2 weeks, maybe 3. And then fucking a whole other bullshit ass raid, and she's still fucking here. I don't see her packing her fucking bags, man. I'm just pissed. And ever since then, she's been getting on my case over bullshit, thinking that I'm over here trying to ditch school now. Like it's literally the last 2 weeks. I don't ditch on the first few weeks or on the last few weeks. Never do. Yeah, I ditch somewhere a few times in the middle of the year, but a lot of kids do that, and that's because they already, like, a lot of kids ditch just because they already have their shit stocked up and more good. Like, they have all their shit good, so they just ditch because they have no reason to be there sometimes. Me that's partly why I ditch, but sometimes I also ditch with the homies just to go make some money because we, do some shit on the side. If you know what I mean, if y'all catch my drift. But anyway, we got to lunch. I told my homie what's up. Got to the table. I got my food. I was just staring at my food so fucking mad. Like I just wanted to chuck that shit at the fucking bro. I was so mad. I just wanted to fucking just get the fuck out of that building, bro. I was so mad, bro. School wasn't good for that day for me, bro. I just couldn't be there. I couldn't tolerate nothing, bro. I was so mad. And this was way back before I started smoking weed. So I didn't even have that option. I mean, my homies had weed, but I just didn't smoke at that time. I sold shit at that time, so I just never really cared about it. I vaped, but I couldn't bring my vape with me because my mom would have killed me. She would have found out, so I didn't really do it. I hit my homie's vape, but I was just so mad to do that. So I remember I was looking at my food, left, walking all the way back to my table, and I remember that fat fucking bitch, that fat tyrant looking fuck, was standing right there at the podium. You know that podium? You know how most schools, they have big ass cafeterias with the side stage, and they'll have a fucking podium for whatever goddamn no fucking useless reason in the middle of the fuck. Like basically it separates the like a little middle hall towards the podium. Like you all know what I'm saying. Like I'm pretty sure most schools you guys go to have that type of shit. But yeah, it's kind of like that. So when we walk into that bitch, there'll be a fucking row. You head up to the line to fucking get your food and shit. And there'll be another line that heads past the podium and into the back of the cafeteria. And then there'll be like a row in the middle that walks all the way up to the podium, to the stage from one side all the way to the other side of the cafeteria, because that's where you put your shit or put shit for other people to grab to eat. If y'all know what I'm saying. I'm not really good at explaining shit that well. And plus I'm kind of a little fucking, stoned out, if y'all catch my shit. So anyway, I remember I was looking at my food, walking up to my table. My homies called me up. I went to the table. It was like 5 of us there. I remember my homie Aaron. His name's not actually Aaron. I'm just gonna call him that. I'm not gonna say names here. It's just Y'all see why in a minute. But anyway, I remember my homie walking over here. I was like, yo. I was like, what's up? What you need? You keep calling my name. He's like, bro, you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just pissed. I want this fat bitch to go away, and I want to find this nigga who punched me from behind so I could beat the living shit out of him. He's like, understandable, I get you. He's like, well, come sit, dog, chill. He's like, hey, you need a vape? I was like, nah, man, I don't feel like vaping. I'm just gonna eat my food, just chill. And then all I just hear is, what do you think you're doing? I look from behind me, bro. I swear to God, bro, I knew who it was, bro. Just that fat, ugly ass, fucking cracked ass, fucking no good, forsaken voice, bro. I turned my head around. I was like, I know you're not talking to me with that fucking attitude right now at this time of motherfucking day. She was like, excuse me? I was like, you fucking heard me. What the fuck you want? I was like, I suppose you're calling my name, so what the fuck you want? I am not in that fucking mood right now. I was like, just giving her all that shit, all that simple shit that most kids be giving. And she was like, you better watch that tone. You better watch who you talk to like that, boy, before I get you spent. I was like, spend my bitch ass then. I don't give a fuck. I'm about to graduate and leave this shit on anyway. Goodbye, bitch. Leave me the fuck alone. I was like, if you don't like my attitude, send me up to the office. I'll eat my lunch up there, because at least I can fucking eat in peace while your fat ass is chilling on a fucking podium acting like a goddamn president of bullshit. Basically giving all that nonsense. And I basically turned, eat my burger and shit, whatever the fuck I had in front of me. I was just eating my shit. All I hear is, you need to stand up, walk up here, be quiet, listen, take your food, and go to the cafeteria. And I was like, how about no, you either tell me what you gotta say or shut the fuck up and leave. And then she just straight up goes on a fucking 5-minute rant about how I'm a delinquent, how I'm gonna go to jail with this attitude, how I'm gonna fucking get expelled, I got no education, I'm just a fucking street hoodie, little yummy, all that type of bullshit. And I just, one point, I just couldn't take it, bro. After 5, maybe 10 minutes of listening to all that shit, bro, she kept on going on and on. I think I know why. I think she partly knew that I was involved with, like, getting the whole riot together, which I wasn't. I had no idea it was going to go down. The only reason why I knew and found out is because my brother texted me, because he went to the same school as me for a year before I left there, and my brother stayed until he graduated. And he told me about the whole situation because the 6th graders found out some fucking whatever unknown reason. I don't even give a fuck. But like, I found out by my brother, so I was waiting on the day it happened. I already knew it was gonna happen, so I think she knew that I was like involved in that shit strongly, which I kind of was, but I didn't help set up. I didn't even know until like maybe a month or 2 before it. So I think that's why she was doing this shit. And just at one point, I just remember I just snapped, bro. Like I went to Walter White status real quick. Like, call me a terrorist and shit all you want. Like, I was just mad. Like, I didn't really mean it. And of course, most of y'all would have probably said this out of anger if you didn't know what the fuck to say or didn't know what the fuck to do because you couldn't hit a teacher or whatever the fuck. And this was a female fat fucking bitch, so I couldn't hit her even though I really wanted to sock her in her shit. So I just remember after a point, I just couldn't take it, bro. I took my food. I fucking chucked that shit at her. I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, you don't shut the fuck up, I'll blow the shit out of you, bro. I got a fucking bomb in the building under that motherfucking podium, and I am not afraid to fucking detonate that shit and blow you the fucking smithereens to little choppy ass pieces. Who knows? Maybe that'll fucking inflate your fat ass, fucking stay getting all that fucking bullshit ass plastic shit. So fuck you. Basically, I didn't remember the exact fucking sense, but it started off like right around those lines. I don't remember the ending, but all I know is that as soon as I just about almost finished up, I remember she said some fucking code color, like code black or some shit on her radio. And all of a sudden, the fucking alarm started going off. And I just see school police coming out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck? Because I don't ever see school police at middle school. I've never remember seeing any of those TUSD, like campus police type shit on on school grounds in middle school. Like in high school, they're all over, but middle school is a whole different thing. I don't remember seeing any of them there. It's just monitors, strapped up monitors back then. So I was like, fuck, what the fuck? And they just all grabbed me from each fucking limb and just dragged me, basically picked me up, they're basically like my stretcher, if you will. Like, I don't even know how to fucking, they dragged me, they basically picked me up and fucking carried me all the way to the principal's office, took all my shit, basically strip searched my ass, and then they called the real police. And since, like, I was pretty, like, mad and they already knew about that, like, officers knew I was mad, that I didn't have no detonator, no gun, nothing, and there was no explosives in the school. Like, they literally brought in the bomb squad and everything. I'm surprised I didn't end up on the news, probably because I was a minor. But they literally did all that, taught me a lesson, and I basically, I kind of felt bad because I basically scared, almost half school. My friends already knew I wasn't serious because they already knew that I'm not that type of motherfucker. I wouldn't ever do shit like that. Like, I would never ever, blow up a school. I was just so mad, bro. I knew that I had to say something so fucked up like that to shut the fuck up, and it worked. It shut her shit down. It shut her the fuck up faster than Walter White got her. Bro, I swear to God, bro, she turned into a straight bitch, bro. She fucking shrinked that cog real quick back to their shit because I swear to God, I was wearing that motherfucking pants at the end of the day. The way she was fucking shitting bricks, that shit was fucking hilarious. That was worth it. But yeah, they searched me, and after talking to me, I was like, yeah, to be honest, I wasn't really gonna do any of that shit. And because there was no text message, no post, like, I wasn't really serious. I was just mad. I even told them all that shit, and they understood. But at the end of the day, the only reason why you're not going to jail, you're not fucked, is because you're 13. And because there's no fucking specific evidence that you have shit. I mean, yeah, they could take me to jail for a day just for making a verbal bomb threat. But at the end of the day, it wasn't really worth it because then my name's be in the papers and it just wouldn't be worth it. But here's what happened, though, at the end. I saw that pathetic bitch, feared up, realized that I was fucking being cocky, just shitting bricks, just basically talking shit. Yeah, at the end of the day, and I remember her getting so mad. I just looked at her and I was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. What are you gonna do now? You're gonna go back in the other office and finish up crying to your mom? You saying false alarm? I thought I was gonna die. My dick fucking shrank up. And I was like, yeah, go fuck yourself, motherfucker. And the officer was like, hey, chill. And I was like, fucking fine. I'll go to the other room. I went in the other room and I remember just put my feet on the table, just smiling. I was like, just hit my vape. And unfortunately, my mom got caught in this shit, so I had to wait for her to come pick me up. And I remember she was fucking pissed. But, like, she was more disappointed than she was pissed. I remember she picked me up. I got into a fucking car, and it was a nice new car. It was like a Ford Focus at the time. I remember I get in the car, and I was just looking, because I knew what I did was pretty fucked up, even for my level. Like, it was pretty fucked up. I was just looking at the dashboard, and I just remember her looking at me. She turned to the side, and she just straight up just says, really? You couldn't wait 2 fucking weeks? You couldn't wait 2 motherfucking weeks until you graduate and just left that motherfucking shithole do like this? And I was like, you make it sound like I had this shit planned or something. She just wouldn't shut the fuck up. I had to say something fucked up to scare her tits off. I had to scare that dick away, bro. She was being too cocky in her own stupid ass workplace. She was being way too cocky. I had to shut her the fuck up. And I told her what went down because she didn't really know the riot shit. I mean, I even showed her the news clip, everything. And at that point, she kind of get it. But what happened was I got grounded for 3 months. I was on lockdown. She turned my fucking room into a cell faster than any motherfucking officer would. Like, I don't mean literally, but, like, Like, I just had a bed, just my dresser, and that was it. Like, there was nothing in there, bro. Like, I was just straight up shut down for 3 months for saying that, because I could have gone to jail. And I was like, you know what, I'll take this than any other bullshit ass punishment over any day. I'd rather take this than fucking and leave that school for good and fucking be done with it and not ever deal with this bitch. And I thought I was gonna repeat because I couldn't go to my graduation ceremony, but here's what happened. Here's just the icing on the cake for me. I was making jokes with my mom saying that, like, this was like, you know, like around the first week of June, I was making comments about how I was gonna graduate no matter what. I wasn't gonna repeat 8th grade. And she was like, oh, you are? I was like, okay, what? 2 weeks later after that, I got a fucking letter in the mail. I checked it, right? Before I went inside. Guess what it says? It says my full name. You officially graduated middle school with honors, all that shit. You can go to any high school, starting with your home high school, which was Santa Rita at the time, and all this shit. I remember just having the biggest smile on my face. I was like, what did she say now? I wasn't going to graduate? I remember walking in that house. I opened that door as hard as I could. I was like, bam! I dropped that shit on the table. I was like, what'd you say? You said I wasn't going to graduate? Well, here's my fucking shit. Read that shit. I want to hear you read every single word. I was being cocky as fuck. And I kind of got slapped up. But, like, you know, at the end of the day, it was worth it. Like, I was so fucking happy. And I didn't... But here's what's fucked up. I didn't have to repeat 8th grade. I graduated. I didn't get to go to my ceremony. And not only that... But not only that, my mom kind of fucked me in the end. She always tries to tell me I would never get the last word or the last action. She's right. I would never will against her. Because guess what she did? She's always one step ahead of me for some fucking reason. When I was done finishing my freshman year... She hit me with the Uno reverse card. She slipped the fucking letter on the table in front of me as soon as I got back from school. She was like, hey, I want you to read every single letter of that shit out loud. I started reading it, saying, grandson, saying my full name, stating it's like, you were going to repeat 9th grade for false reading and for signed parents. Basically stating that my mom signed me to repeat 9th grade. And I was like, you motherfucker. I just remember looking at her. I was like, all right, you win. Fair play. She hit me with the most fattest Uno reverse card at that time. I was so fucking mad. But at the same time, I get why she did it, because I was being too cocky. So she just had to play me with the Uno reverse card on me, bro. And that kind of covers all that. I could have gone to jail that day, fellas, and probably for a long-ass motherfucking time. But luckily, they didn't take it too seriously because they're understandable. Probably the nicest cops I ever met in my life. I never really have problems with cops, mainly just state troopers. And if any of you state troopers watching this, get off my ass. Please and thank you. Just because you know my OG and he's over here watched by the marshals doesn't mean you need to go on my ass. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, pretty much that covers that. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. It's been a hell of a fucking story in the last part of this motherfucking saga. And I will add up on top some links and some fucking shit to the gameplay background to all that other shit. I hope y'all enjoy. And I'll see you on the next saga. Stay safe, stay big, and yeah, peace.